Count as you breathe out. So tell me, breathe out, count 1, and then breathe out, count 2. You can say a prayer, or you could say an affirmation, a mantra. And mantras, you can kind of make up the sound. You sort of just do the opposite to what you feel. So if you're feeling a bit low, it's depressed, and you could just say, I feel happy. If you're in pain, you could say, I feel painful. And whatever you feel, if it's a negative, just continuously say on the breath out exactly how you feel. You're going to breathe in and lifting the arms, stretching, and breathing out. And then do one more big breath in. And back out. And you're lying down, you're going to pull your knees towards your chest. Just take your legs round in a circle. And then in the opposite direction. Higher. Roll yourself over onto your side. And then bring yourself up to seated. And then we'll go up to standing. Yeah, it's just, I wondered why a minute ago when I was coming up, it was packed. And I was thinking, what's happening? And then I got thinking, how I'll get you the, we're doing a restorative class today. I'll get you stuff in a bit. So, starting with our feet in line with our hips, we're going to let our chin drop down and just hold it here for 3 breaths. Making sure that we're not letting the whole body roll forward. And it's just the head that we're dropping down. And then we're bringing it back to center. And we're going to take it back. tuck the chin in and bring the ear towards the shoulder. Back to the center. That's a little bit. Back to the center. And tuck that chin in and look off the shoulder. Back to the center. So we're taking it into ragdoll. We're going to take our arms above our head, breathe in, lift up. And as we breathe out, we're going down. Now you can bend them knees, especially if you've been sitting all day. Bring them down. Once you're down as far as you can go, let your hands go. Imagine just being blown by the wind. You can straighten one leg at a time. Just kind of loosen them hamstrings a little bit. And you just feel it that lower back. You just loosen your back muscles. We're going to bend our knees and roll up. Lift our arms all the way up and we'll go down again. So pushing up, breathing out, taking it down. And then knees if you need to, and let the arms drop. Just let the body do. And then you breathe out back to the center, tuck the chin in. Make sure that you feel okay when you come up, especially if your head's been down. We're going to take it back. So you're grabbing your hands behind. Now, if you need a band, if you find that, oh, that's really painful, then you could always have a band in your hand here. So you're rolling the shoulders back. You're lifting the arms up. You can as well hold on to your bum. We're going backwards. You're tucking your chin in. You're not just letting your head kind of roll back. Make sure that you control that chin. So tuck the chin in, shoulders back if you want. Tilt the pelvis forward, lean back. Now we're holding it, we're breathing. Quite nice as you breathe into the chest. And as you do that, stretch across the front of the shoulders. And a breath out, may feel if you want to just drop back a little. So we're going to push the hips back, and then it will bring everything back up. Let your hands go. We're going to do that one more time. Taking the hands back, shoulders back, push the hips forward, breathe in. Again, push the hips back, but bring the spine all the way back. Take your feet slightly wider, so they're about as wide as the mat. We're going to lift the arm and reach over to the side. Then holding it here. Look through the arm, look towards the ceiling. And you can have your hand on your hip if you want. You can have the hand reaching down. Just try not to push into the knees. Oh, we're wearing the same shorts.
Yeah.
And then bringing it up. I know where you shall. And then this one, you should breathe into that top bit here, and then breathe out and drop you down. And lifting up, change, go to the side. Remember to tuck the chin in so that you're not kind of lobbing the head. And that you can see through the front of your arm. That way you're not rolling forward. And so again, we're going to keep our legs open. We're going to take it into a twist. So taking the arms up. Now, if this hurts, drop it down. Yeah? Stay here. Doesn't have to be there. In fact, I'm going to stay here because you follow me. So I'm going to stay here to protect your arm. So we're turning and we're looking over the shoulder. Now, if you're looking over your left shoulder, then you should be breathing in, sorry, your right shoulder. You're breathing into your right, front of your right lung and the back of your left lung. And then we're breathing out, so we're going all the way around the other way. Make sure the feet are pushing down so that they're not rolling out, so that you feel the stretch into the knees as well. And then we're going to breathe out all the way around. So from here, we're going to bring our foot down here and we're going to do a pelvic lift, our pelvic floor exercise. So you're going to imagine that you're going to stop yourself from breaking wind. Let me turn that on. Imagine you're stopping yourself from breaking wind. Imagine yourself from having a wee. And then you're going to pull your belly backwards. So you're going to hold this 5 for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then let everything go. The letting go is also important. It's just as important as the pulling in. So that we let our body relax. And it has to relax at times, but we want to be able to pull it in when we need it, especially when we're puffing. or sneezing. You want to pull it in before we sneeze and cough and hold on to it. So here we go again. So at the back, at the front, and at the belly, and we hold. And relax. Now, when you're doing this, you need to also breathe. That is a big thing. You have to breathe, but you can't breathe here because you're pulling it in. So you're breathing more into the upper part of the lung, but also the side of the lung and the back of the lung. So it's quite a huge part of the lung. The lower part is only actually a tiny little bit. It's the middle part that's the biggest part. It tends to be where we breathe anyway. So third step. So root lock is the front and the back. Then abdominal lock is the stomach muscles. They're two different things. You'll hear those in low yoga. Root lock, abdominal lock. So pulling those in and hold it. Breathe. Let's go again. So root lock, abdominal. Work. He's like, yeah. Imagine it's the same as if you were lifting weights. You get to a point where it's like, oh, yeah, and that's the same thing with here. These we carry fat over the top. We carry fat over the top. That's the thing. But these muscles are way more important than the the external abdominals. The external abdominals are there to stop anybody punching you in the stomach or stabbing you and injuring your internal organ. That's what they're there for. These ones up here are to keep our body inside us, because as it's a knitted fabric and it kind of goes like this. And we will do, in fact, when we sit down, I'll get used to do the. Now, what tends to happen is you've got the top ones go over, and then, like I said, they're knitted like that. And as they weaken, they start to do this. So then the uterus, the womb, drops through, comes through. Oh, that's uterus. Oh, that's womb, yeah. But it literally does drop through, and it has to be, so when it doesn't close, yeah, it's really bad. And then every time you cough, it goes, and that's why we have fabric up, and that's why you get that little dribble or sneeze, the same thing. So what we're doing here is we're squeezing these muscles to try and keep them here. Yeah, just open. Yeah, it just takes time to come back. It does come back. Yeah. Yeah. But there's also, for men, ours is there, like that. For men, theirs is here, like that. And theirs keeps their prostate there and stops their prostate from going. When their prostate goes like that, it severs the urethra, and that causes constant dribble. So that they don't, after they finish, they don't realise that they've still got a little bit, and it'll just dribble out. And so women, ours is not because we'll, you know, we have all these now things about penile ladies, women. They're still very much behind the times of men. They don't show men how to do pelvic floor exercises because they've always done a babies. It's not just for babies, it's for everything.
So even when it's sort of gone weak like that,
Yeah.
just keeps it where it is.
Yeah, you can still, the same way as if you kept lifting weights on your arm, this muscle will start to get bigger and stronger. It does exactly the same thing. If you do these exercises, they get stronger and they pull and hold everything in. And like I said, if you know you're about to sneeze, squeeze it in and hold it, because you'll feel, or now you know, when you sneeze, you'll feel good. A bit like that. They must have probably said that because of your nerve damage on the other side. That's usually the only reason you feel it, because
I didn't feel that.
but that's nerves and some things happen with your
Apparently they said that it's going to
yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it wouldn't have been, that's not a natural thing to happen. That's usually something somebody does something. Unless it's like I said, unless it's a nerve, and even then somebody's touched it when they were connected that. But yeah, that's not normal. Normal is just that the body weakens and that then things happen. Still be able to, your body still sensitive as long as there's no trappage and injuries or breakage. So with our hips, we're going to take it round in a circle. So you could do a point version of it. So you're going side and side, front and side. It's the same movement, or you take it out and round. Now remember, with this, we're standing on one leg. So we pull that pelvic floor in that root, that abdominal lock. It helps to hold us in this position a bit better. And it's still the same movement. It's just I made it a bit more fluid. So let's move over. Before you go on to the next feet, just make sure everything feels okay on that foot. Tighten everything up. And again, choose your version of it. Step it out, that you're keeping your foot on the floor so it helps you balance. Move it. Or take it in a bit of a bigger turn. And then bring it down. So if we bring our hands, bend our knees to our knees and slide the skin on our knee back up and just hold on to the base there. Pull the shoulders back. Tilt the pelvis up so that you're protecting your lower back. Tuck the chin in. Bend the knees as much as you can and just move them side to side. And this is working the knees, the ligaments inside, but also down into the ankles. Say that again, sorry.
Crunches.
You can feel it on your hands. The crunching, or you can feel it in the knee. And this is the nice thing about having the hands underneath. So bring yourself back up. Make yourself out. When you've got your hands here, again, you can feel what's going on. Crunching. So sometimes we feel it in our neck. Sometimes it can be tight ligaments just kind of flicking over each other, kind of make that crunch sound. When it's, does that door make that noise? When you hear that door noise, arthritis. rubbing against bone. So you hear it like a creaky door. That's exactly what it sounds like. And it feels in your leg like a grinding. So pinging is different. You're kind of grinding. So possibly arthritis. Yeah. So just be very careful about where you're going and listen with your hands. So we're going to take it round in a circle, because what tends to happen is, no matter what, we're going to go outside and walk on uneven ground, and it's going to do that with our legs. So you need to make sure that the ligaments that hold the ankles and the knees together are ready for that, rather than, you know, a lot of people go on a jogger and they train to do running on a jogger for a marathon and then go, I'm going to go and do a road run now, and then end up really messing up their knees because their feet are so used to being just nice and flat, nice flat surface that stays the same the whole time, and then all of a sudden you go in like that on soft, hard, everything. So we're again pulling back, bending our knees, tilting our pelvis up so that it protects that lower back. Otherwise we'll find that doing this really hurts that part of the back. Now you're going to go round in a circle. So you're not going all the way back into a locked leg. You're just kind of moving around, trying to bend the knee as much as you can. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. And then again, we're bringing it back to center. And we're coming back up. So we're just going to do a little mime strut. So bringing our toes right up. And then we're going to take the other toe up, stretching them toes. Again, these are sort of things that disappear as we get older. We don't bend our toes as much. I work with a lot of 70-year-olds. Can't bend, and I'm looking at them, why can't you bend your toes? What happened there? And then they look at their toes going, when did that happen? These are your springs. They help you keep your spring in your step, stops us from falling over as well. So give your legs a little shake. Right, we're not going to do sun salutation because we're going down and onto restorative yoga.
What's restorative yoga?
Restorative yoga is holding stuff for a long time. You're just going to breathe. So we're holding probably for about 3 minutes on each of them. 5 is usually where they try to throw you to get to. But so I'm going to turn this up because otherwise you will feel it when you're relaxing. And I'm going to get you another one of these. So these restorative yoga helps your body to relax. It's always good to do, especially on an evening. I wouldn't necessarily do it on an afternoon program. It helps the body to relax. It helps the mind to just relax as well. So again, you're going to do things like breathing, or you're going to ask different parts of your body to relax. I want my left toe to relax. I want my right toe to relax. My left leg to relax. So you're going to ask yourself questions. I'm not going to talk, otherwise you just listen to me. So it's doing that. But when we're doing our stretches here, we're stretching our hamstrings and everything like that, the big muscles. We also, just then we were doing those, and they stretch the ligaments. And if you're doing your fingers like that, that stretches the ligaments in the hand. There is then other material that holds our skin to our muscle, and then our muscles to our bones. And it's like, it's called fascias, and it's like the pills that you see on an orange. It holds everything there. But as again, with everything, as we get older, it gets tougher. And so it's helps and stops us being a bit more flexible. But they take a long time. So we can bounce and do after a couple of minutes, and you'll find that your hamstrings have loosened up and your ligaments loosen up. But you'll find that these don't, they take a lot longer. So that's why we do a restorative to help kind of pull it out. But being restorative, we still want it to be nice. Don't want to kill you. And it shouldn't be painful. It should be quite nice and relaxing. And you can hold it for 3 minutes. So we're going to start with a reclining butterfly. So with this, like I said, I haven't really, we're Handsworth Leisure Centre, we don't have beautiful bolsters, so we use what we've got. So if you have a step, you take out one of the insteps and you leave one. You can make this higher. You want me to get grab that for you? Also, they have a habit of falling on my turn. It doesn't matter which way you put it, as long as it's on your mat. So you can have it this high or this high, depends on where you want it. Turn it over. Now make sure it's on your mat, otherwise when you lean against it, it'll fly away. So, oh, do you want me to, well, you only need one off, just one off.
Yeah.
Do you want it to be on a?
No, it won't.
Normally they put out too easy, yeah, they fall on your toes. So make sure it's on your mat. And then you're going to get another mat, one of these ones, and you may want one of these ones. To kind of place down here. Now, if you're at home, you can use your cushion, your pillows, your blankets, duvet, whatever you want to put them. And I'll give you 2 blocks. You're going to use one at the moment. I'm going to show you 2 blocks later. So with this, you're placing your bum right on the edge, so your hips are against here, and you're bringing your soles of your feet together. You're going, reclining back, find a position where it feels comfortable. You could place the block underneath your head. And then you're just letting your arms drop out. So you're going to breathe.
I'm going to be right next to it.
You take yourself back as far as so you may need to move on.
I'm going with
it. That's too much for you?
Yeah.
You look, you'll find where you are. This one.
It's not going to hurt. I just sit back.
Move your bum slightly away. And then try from there. Yeah, that's much better. And then just let your arms drop to the side. Okay. Look. So you're just, like I said, letting your body relax down. Stretch it, yeah. Stretch it open. If you put your head on here. So either the palms of your soles of your feet together. Just let the breath into the chest. While you're lying here, just kind of letting the leg go. Just work on the hips. Taking that lower back into a sort of an extension. Been sitting at a chair all day. Just been opening that back really. Stretches the stomach muscles. Opens the chest and opens the shoulders. Just make sure that your jaw's nice and relaxed. Just imagine the skin on your face just dropping backwards. The hair on your head falling off. From here, we're going to bring our hands to our knees and bend our knees in and hold them there. Place our hands on the floor, lift our head up and use our hands to push us up, stretch our legs out and take ourselves into a bow pose, to a staff pose. So, we're going to do a very similar one, but we're going to take our legs into a different position. So we're going to try a half hero. Now with this, you're bringing your foot behind. And you're bringing yourself, again, back down. Pulling that leg in. Do you want to handle it? Thank you. Sylvia. No. The whole idea. Now, if you can't manage 3 minutes, manage 3 minutes and since that will hold you to that. So always listen to that body. Now with this, we're stretching through the front of the thigh. Can do a double version of this. Don't have to. Every time you breathe out, make sure that you're relaxing your hips. You're not tensing that bum muscle. Might feel a little micro movements as the ligaments, fissures start to release. But once it may have felt tense, just breathe out and let the body relax. You might find that they start to just hit. I'll ask you when you go to the other side to notice any differences. Notice how the hips feel, the knees and the ankles. You can compare on the other side. We're going to think about coming out, so we're lifting our head, bringing our hands underneath our back, and we're pushing ourselves up to seated. And then we're taking that leg out. We're just sitting in staff before we even think about doing the other side. It should feel as if there's like a rush of blood towards that knee area, which there is, and that's good. And again, if you've got arthritis, that's really nice because it opens and brings blood feeding stuff down. So when you're ready, we'll move it to the other side. We're bringing the foot in. I'm going to come over. Again, we're just thinking about the differences, but also what it feels like now, and then what it will feel like just before we finish. Definitely noticing the difference between the two sides.
Announcements, security to reception, please. Security to reception. Thank you.
Start into that from there. Take our hand and come underneath our back. So head. Use our arms to push up. Bring our leg out. And we just sit in static pose. So we're going to take it into another back bend, but we're going to use just 2 blocks this time. So you can switch thing off your mat. Now you've got the 2 other blocks. I'm going to use one of each. You're using the 2. You're going to bring your 2 blocks and you're placing them on top of each other. Like I said, mine's obviously big one, small one. Yours is going to be the same. And they're going underneath this area here. So your big muscle of your hip bone. So not the spine, the hip bone. So from there, you're going to bring yourself on, place, or lie down and lift your legs up and bring it underneath. Roll the shoulders down, thumbs up, and then you're dropping the feet down, and you'll feel the stretch right through the front of the body. Now, if this is too much, bend the knees. Okay, or you could take one of them away and have it lower. So you've got to kind of find out which height you want it at. Is it going to be 2 or is it going to be 1? So it should feel comfortable, but stretchy. Can you straighten your leg now? No. Okay, bring your feet in. Take 1 block off. And then, yeah, that's what, sometimes you've got to just decide, how do you feel? Because you've got quite a stretchy back. Yeah, you might find that. As long as your shoulders are on the floor, yeah, and it doesn't feel like it's too painful. Okay, so this is stretching the psoas muscle at the front of the legs. Again, if you're sitting all day, this is then going to cause your legs and your body to feel quite strained underneath. So it stretches and opens up. from here, going to slide our feet back into our knees bent. We're lifting our bum up, and we're taking the blocks from underneath, and we're bringing ourselves back down, keeping our knees bent, just having the hands turned out, letting the body relax. So if you stay where you are, you're going to stay on the floor, but we're going to bring our legs up in the air. We're taking one of our blocks, and again, you're placing one of the blocks flat underneath the hip bone, rolling the shoulders under so the palms are in, and bringing the legs in and taking them up in the air. Now, if you want, you could always turn around and place your legs on a wall. Okay. Yeah. If that's too much as well, we can always drop it down to one of these. Okay. Yeah. Try it. If it's too much, bring your legs down or swing them around and place your legs. So we're keeping them there for like 3 minutes. No, your bum stays down. You're resting on your hips. Is that what on your hips? We're going to back this further. Is that on your back? Rather than your hip bone? I'm going to try just stay roll your back. The arch in your bum. Yeah, it's in there. Try that. Just like that, it needed a bit of more sponge rather than being tough. And making sure that the shoulders are rolled underneath so that you're not resting on any part of your spine, it's your shoulder blades that you're resting on. You can point so you can flex your toes, but don't just let them not do anything. Let them do some. Make sure the chin's tucked in. And this is drainage, so it's draining all the fluids from the legs. We're going to be standing all day, driving. You might find that your legs swell at certain points of the day. You can also feel as if your stomach is kind of falling out to the side as well. We're going to bend our knees down And bring our feet back onto the floor. Lift our hips and take our padding from underneath it again. Just letting our body relax down until adapted. And again, you should feel the blood rush towards that lower back. So again, any problems in the lower back is really nice for this. We're going to take it into a supported shoulder stand, but we're going to rest our knee, supported back. We're going to rest our knees around our hip. So again, let me show you first. We're using a mat and we're rolling this up. So from here, we're having the mat round by our bush. We're bringing our legs in and we're lifting up. And then we're bringing that mat in underneath our shoulders so that we're kind of resting on there. The elbows are resting on top of it. And then we're just bringing the knees down towards our head. Now, if you need to get up, use the wall. If you've got a wall, stick this kind of underneath your shoulder blades here. So it's underneath the shoulder blades already. Place your feet on the wall, lift up, rest in your elbows, and then see if you can bring one knee over. You're bringing them both down, but your elbows are resting on the mat. I'm here to help. Should you need. So have it more sort of under your shoulders to start on. So back there. It's going to go back there. And then you're coming over into that. So hands on the hips, push up. Let the elbows rest in there. And then you just bend your knees. Just try to hold it.
Yes, I'll breathe.
That, yeah, breathing. This is where the side lungs come in really handy. As I always say, you can breathe into the side of the lungs, and we've also got the top of the lungs. But this is definitely a side lung. It's like you're breathing into the underneath your armpits. Remember, hold as long as you feel you can. And when you need to, come out and lie down in corpse pose. So again, hold them to the back. Turn the hands, place the hands on the floor, and roll the body down slowly. Bring the feet down. Pull the padding underneath. Let your body just lie in corpse pose. We're going to take it up into happy baby. So we're bending the knees, bringing the elbows on the inside and the hands on the outside of the legs or the outside of the feet. Feet have to be pointing up to the ceiling. We're tucking the chin in. You're just doing a little push on your hips, on your feet, sorry, to move the hips side to side. Lovely. This is a massage for the spine. You may find that the spine starts to kind of and click back down. Again, the micro movements you may feel. It's also working on them hamstrings, just a little bit. Feel it into that lower back. If you wanted to stretch one leg and then the other, we'll just get into that and hand it a little bit more. So from here, we bring the knees together and pull them down, pulling them in towards us, into an upside down child. And then we're going to come up onto our legs. So you may need a little thing again, but this time you're going to take it so that it sits across. So you're putting it up onto the highest one. Highest one it comes on, so that it sits underneath. Yeah, you can get your legs underneath. Again, if you're at home and you've got padding and everything, you can have the padding and put loads of pillows and cushions and everything. So now I'm going to get you more things. Especially if you've got really tight hamstrings, I'm going back under there in a minute. Yeah, they go up, and so they should be faced. It's Krypton factor. It's a real Krypton. I'll come over and see.
I'll do it on the.
Yeah, lovely. Sit yourself up. We're doing a forward bend. Now, maybe, like I said, if you've got really tight hamstring, straightening your legs will really pull on that lower back. So you may want a pad underneath, and this just keeps the knees slightly bent so they don't go straight. But you still want to pull your toes back. You're going to use, so under here, and again, I'll come and get you some stuff in a sec. From there, you're kind of leaning forward. Now, it may be that you want your block so that your head just kind of rests on the top. You're bending the feet forward. You might want to put padding over the top if you find that it's a bit uncomfortable there. You might just want to pad it out a little bit nicer. So that you're coming down, like I said, you can start there, then eventually you might get your head down to here. So it just depends on where you can get your head, but make sure that your head's nice and relaxed, that it's relaxing down, you're looking down. You're letting your arms just drop over the side and you're pulling your toes back. And this is a deep stretch for them hamstrings. And you'll feel it into that lower back. But this time you can breathe deeply into that back area. Just making sure that the shoulders are pulling down and not stuck up by your ears. Again, you're doing something with the toes. Not just letting the feet roll out to the side, the toes pointing up to the ceiling. Then from here, take the hands in underneath the shoulders. And then tucking the chin in. Coming back. So we're going to do very similar, but we're going to do it with a wide leg. We're going to move. Taking the legs wide out, and again, if you want to put a or two things underneath the leg, you again may want it lifted to the highest version, depending on how far you can get forward. You're having the legs nice and wide. Putting them back. Again, you're leaning forward. You might be able to get your whole head down, or you may have to have your head again on the block. You're letting your arms drop to the side, and again, you're pulling your toes. You can hold on to your toes if you want to. Or you can let your arms drop. It's completely up to you. Do you want to do that for me? So you need to put your head up, so and then reach forward. Yeah, like I said, if you want, you can grab your toes and hold on to your toes and grab them. Then it's that breathing into the back. You'll feel the stretch on the inner thighs, also the back of the knees as well. Taking them back, using the hands again, push the back. And then if you slide ourselves back, bring one leg over and again, just take it into my brain's working. So we're going to do a side twist, and again, you might want to keep it as high as it is. You're sitting alongside, you might want to drop this down, depends on again how far. And you're bringing your legs into the side. You're then going to turn your body and you're bringing your head to look at the opposite. That might be too high. Too high. Touch. Take it out, spinning it round. Again, you might want to put some extra padding if it's a bit comfortable on the corners. You're sitting next to it, you're curving your feet round, you're bringing your body, trying to place your body flat down, and you're looking in the opposite direction to your knees. And again, if you need to place a block, so that you're turning and looking over the side. You might need to just adjust yourself to get yourself into the right position. And then finding the right place. Okay there. Now this is twisting at the back. It's a diagonal stretch that you'll feel. It's stretching and massaging all your intestines. And maybe use the hand to help to lift this. Turning back to the center. Now back to stand. We're going to do the other side. I'm turning this way. So we get close to my ball. Bring my leg in. I twist my body round to try and get my chest down on the padding, and I'm turning my head to look in the opposite direction to my legs. We're bringing our hands underneath our shoulders. Again, we're pushing up. Going up our back. Bring our legs round. Take it to stand. We're going to lie ourselves down to our relaxation. Now we're doing this week's hand gesture is Sun Mudra. So you're bringing your ring finger and it's coming down to touch the base of your thumb. And you're using your thumb to just give a little bit of a push. And then the other ones are just pushing out. This mudra helps to warm the body, it creates heat in the body. So it helps burn fat, but it also helps to reduce cholesterol as well. So let your body relax. You can go into assisted, adapted, so your knees bend and together, or you can take it down into full corpse pose. I'm going to turn the lights off. Let the body relax. How about you work hard today? Stay nice. What do you think? Bend. Take your arms up your head as you breathe in. Stretch your toes along the shoulder. And as you breathe out. Take another big breath in. And pull the knees up towards your chest. And just take them round to the side. And then take them in the opposite direction. And then roll over onto your side. Stay here. And just ask yourself how you feel. Listen to the answer. To make sure that answer is okay before you sit up. I'm going to turn the lights on. So just keep your eyes closed. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. Restorative yoga.